Today I'm talking about my affordable dream car garage from Cars and Bids. Let's get into it. The first pick, we have the Porsche Cayman. We'll start with a sports car, because I'm guessing the people that are watching this are probably what they would want to start as their first pick. And the reason I'm picking three is because you kind of got your daily, your sports car, and then your like SUV, not to give it away, family hauler. Some of you may only have two, and this is all fantasy anyways. Some of you may only have two because you don't have kids, so your daily would work for no kids or one kid or whatever. I have multiple, so I need something that will hold more, that needs 3 rows. So one of these will have 3 rows in it. But let's start with the first pick here, the Cayman, the regular Cayman. The earlier Caymans, the 06, 05, 06, 7, 8, have some problems if you know about Caymans or Porsches. What is it, the rear main seal, or is it the seal, or it's the rod bearing? Something like that. Anyways, some of these have problems with, it's some main issue with the engine that gets fixed on the .2 Cayman. So the reason I pick a base and not an S is because S is a good amount more expensive. Try to keep 30 grand ish. Average new car is what, 50 today? $48,000 for a new car. So I'm well above here in my fantasy. Well below that price. So here's some recent Caymans. Base Caymans, 27, 28, 35. Here you can sort by manual to get a better idea, because that's what you want as a daily. 27. They're about 25 grand roughly. Some of these are, see, these are S's. See, 35 for an S roughly, and it's going to be faster. If you can swing that, obviously that's going to be the better choice here. Moving on to my second one. As our daily would be the RS5. The reason I picked this, and let's go back. The reason I picked the Cayman, mid-engine, not super rip your face off power, balanced, going around the corners. Never driven one. The reason I'm doing this channel is to be able to drive all these cars that I, talk about. Most people have heard great things about Porsche, and they just look cool. And it's the cheap Porsche, but I love them. Cayman's one of my favorite cars, just regardless of price. Moving on to the second one, the Audi RS5 as your daily. If you don't have kids, or if you only have 1 or 2, you could fit them in the back here. This has 4 seats. Some of them have 5, not some of the RS5s, but some Audis, they have 3 across. But this one only has 4. Some of the sportier ones only have 4. But this blue is the perfect color. These wheels, love these wheels. It's actually in my logo of the channel. This blue is the perfect color. 450 horsepower, so powerful enough, relatively powerful. What is this? 0 to 60 in, I think it's 4.5 seconds. 3.9 seconds, 3.9, and a 12.4 quarters. That's a pretty fast daily, and it's luxurious. Yeah, it's a little older, but again, 30 grand, 27. This one didn't sell. 31 for a cab if you want it. You can get all the colors, and these are all pretty recent ones. Some of these are going to have more miles just because it's an older car. Like here, 35,000 for only 39,000 miles. But I love these. These are a great another. This is one of the most beautiful cars I think exists, or beautiful sedans that exist. I guess it's a coupe technically, but because it's got 2 doors, but it's sedan sized. But these are just so beautiful, and it's not just your regular run of the day daily. It's got a flat plane crank V8. It's a special car, limited. Let's see, how many did they make? Anyways, it's not a super high volume like an A5 or an S5. There's going to be less of these on the road. Like I don't even know if I could tell you the last time I've seen an RS5, even the old gen or the new gen. And the thing about I think the old gen looks better, But more so than that, the new gen, I think, has the same power. Let's see, at 23. Well, one, it's got a V6, which I don't like. I would rather have a V8. And yeah, 444, it's got less horsepower. So the newer version has less horsepower, which is just insane. That would be my pick for number 2 daily. And then my number 3 is a first gen Sequoia. Not sure how reliable these both are going to be. I don't know how. I haven't done a ton of research on the RS5 in terms of reliability. The Porsches are somewhat, just because I mentioned that the second of the .2 is better than the .1. But these Sequoias are generally reliable. I actually have one currently. I'll do a video, hopefully next, on it and my experience. And I've had it for 2.5 years, almost 3 years now. I have an 06, a white one, similar to this actually. Actually, it looks. I have a little bull bar on it. But this is their, your family car. This is your reliable family car. If you want to tow stuff, you can tow a little bit. Nothing crazy. Here, let's go back to the RS. Did I show you pictures? I showed you pictures of the RS5. Nothing crazy with the Sequoia. This is actually a 2-wheel drive. You can get 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. I would suggest a 4-wheel drive, but obviously it depends on where you are located. I like white or gray are my 2 favorite colors, but these are so cheap, 15 grand. I got mine for $9,000. There are zero or very few cars where you get reliability, 3 rows, and under 10 grand. Tell me another car that you can get that's reliable, it has 3 rows, and it's less than 10 grand. Now, I mean, MDX maybe, Expedition maybe, but I don't know how. I mean, I had an MDX. I had an 04 MDX, but that's a 3rd row. That's barely a 3rd row. And, if you have, kids as they age, obviously are not going to fit in the back seat. But like something like this, like the Sequoia, like the first gen Sequoia, I can fit in. I'm 6'5". I can fit in the 3rd row, and like not just like kind of fit. Like I would fit. And any of these, even on Cars and Bids here. Here's this one this is an 03. I like the later gen lights. These rear lights. Here, hold on. These rear lights are a little bit. It ages the car a little more. I mean, obviously it's kind of round and bubbly. It already looks kind of aged, but I like these. This is what mine looks like. These lights, I think they look better. Rear window rolls down, which is cool as hell. I have a limited, so you get some extra stuff. I have the captain seats too, which is great for kids, just to walk in the back. But this is a great 3-car garage, rounded and out. You got your 3-row family SUV that can do some off-roading, good in the snow and 4-wheel drive. Your RS5, which is, more of a special daily than just a standard, sedan. It's got a special engine in it. It revs to, what does it rev to? 8,500? 8,700? Where is it? Does it show it? Oh, come on. I think this one shows the tach. This is my starred one, my saved one. Yeah, there's the tach. Hold on. I think it's 8,500. So it just screams. Yeah, it looks like roughly over 8,000 RPM. Special, not super expensive, and you're in luxury. And then your weekend car, fun, throw it around, mid-engine, well-balanced sports car, and it's a Porsche if you like that, the name of Porsche. But that's my 3-car, affordable 3-car garage from Cars and Bids. Peace. I'll blow the mic out here. As you're seeing on your screen here, as I record my screen, which I forgot how to do. 1 second. Googling. Shift Command 5, that's what it is. I knew that.